The Foothills Mall was a mall in Tucson, Arizona that opened in 1982 and closed in 2023. If you've clicked onto this video, then you know what today is. It's Monday, Mall Madness. Every Monday I'll be releasing a new video on a defunct or maybe not so defunct mall and its history. Make sure you stick around to the very end of the videos. I'd like to see if you, the viewer, are paying attention. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for my latest mall video, defunct store, occasional throwback Thursday, or soda history. Leave a suggestion about a future video or memories of this mall. Thanks. The Foothills Mall was the fourth conventional shopping mall built in the Tucson area. It opened in 1982 as a 514,000 single-level upscale mall. It opened with a 102,000 square foot Goldwaters and a 103,000 square foot Levy's. There was also the Foothills 4 cinemas. They also had a Miller's Outpost, as well as a museum with a diorama of a woolly mammoth being hunted. In 1985, Levy's closed and changed its name to Sanger-Harris. In 1986, the Old Pueblo Museum opened at the Foothills Mall as part of the $3 million renovation. The mall also had a Buster Brown Shoes, melting pot, and a Good Earth. In 1987, Sanger-Harris closed. It would reopen as Foley's. In 1988, Foothills 4 cinemas became Cineplex Odeon Foothills 7 cinemas. In 1989, Goldwaters closed and reopened as a rebranded Dillard's. By the early 1990s, the mall was suffering. Stores were closing and mall traffic soon dried up as other competing nearby malls were taking away their business. In 1994, Dillard's closed. It was followed by Foley's, who closed that same year. Both were closed because they overlapped with both sister stores at the nearby Tucson Mall. At that point, the mall was at 12% occupancy. By the mid-1990s, Foothills Mall was finding little support for its upscale niche and was largely vacant. The mall added new stores and converted it to an outlet-oriented mall with Barnes & Noble and Saks Fifth Avenue's off Fifth Outlet opening in the former Dillard's space. Meanwhile, a Ross Dress for Less, Linen & Things, and Nike factory store moved into the former Foley's, and the Cineplex Odeon Foothills 7 cinemas was given 8 new screens. A standalone Walmart Supercenter was also added in the mid-1990s, as well as new stores on the perimeter of the property. The Stage 35 by Sega was the first of its kind in the country and was one of the numerous new stores in the revitalized mall, which was now called the Foothills Mall Outlets and Entertainment in 1997. The Cineplex Odeon Foothills 15 cinemas became Lowe's Cineplex Foothills 15 theaters in 1998 and would change names again in 2005, called the AMC Lowe's Foothills 15 theaters. In 1999, Bourne Company sold the Foothill Mall, and at that point, the mall had 95% occupancy. Other stores at the mall included Barnes & Noble Booksellers, Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory, KB Toys, GameWorks Arcade, Satellite City, and Annabelle's Attic. The Foothills Mall had gone from a complete dead mall to where only old people would go to get some exercise, to a place packed with middle-aged and high school kids in the evenings. The Foothills Mall had gone from a dead mall less than 6 years before, where only old people would go to get some exercise, to a place packed with middle school and high school kids in the evenings. In 2002, 6 investors and Feldman Equities of Arizona, a New York-based investor and developer of retail and office properties, purchased the Foothills Mall. In 2003, renovations were made on the entrance to Foothills Mall. Stores included Famous Footwear, Starbucks Coffee and Thomasville Furniture, Old Pueblo Grill, Play and Trade Video Games, The Melting Pot, Thunder Canyon Brewery, World Sports Grill, Sushi Garden, Sweet Things Cupcake Shop, Bye Bye Baby Store, and the Old Navy Store. After nearly 2 decades of experiencing success with the outlet mall concept, Foothill Malls faced difficulty in 2016, retaining tenants after the opening of the Tucson Premium Outlets in nearby Marana. The Bourne Companies bought the 51-acre property in 2016. Bourne had owned it back in 1999 when it had 95% occupancy. After repositioning it into its current format of an outlet and promotional retailers, restaurants, and a theater, considered the first Renaissance. Within 6 months of the outdoor mall opening, major tenants such as Saks Fifth Avenue's Off Fifth Outlet, Old Navy's Outlet, Hanes, and Nike Factory Store closed or announced plans to close their existing Foothills Mall locations in favor of a store at the competing Tucson Premium Outlets. Despite these departures, the Foothill Mall's occupancy rate was still around 73%. When the developer Bourne's company had taken over, though, the business didn't pick up much afterwards. In 2018, Foothill Mall received a zoning charge that permitted mixed-use developments of its property. They announced that much of the common space would be demolished as the company redeveloped the property known as Uptown. Mall tenants included Barnes & Noble, Ross Dress for Less, Bye Bye Baby, and a 15-screen Lowe's Cinema, alongside a 209,000 square foot Super Walmart. There was also an Applebee's and Outback Steakhouse on the perimeter of the mall. The mall was to be demalled into a more open-air shopping center. Dubbed Uptown, the 2 million square foot, $500 million project would feature a modern mixed-use environment with high-end residence, entertainment, hotel, retail, office space, and restaurants. When completed, the project would boast more than 1,000 residential units, 500,000 retail square footage, 6 outdoor environments, more than 25 food and beverage concepts, 500 hotel rooms, and a public market. In 2021, the mall walled off the section from Barnes & Noble to the food court. In January 2023, the building for the mall closed. Demolition commenced soon after. As the mall underwent partial demolition, they revealed plans to convert the mall into a mixed-use project called Uptown. Tenants included Bath & Body Works, Barnes & Noble, and a 15-screen AMC Lowe's Theater IMAX Theater, alongside Applebee's, Outback Steakhouse, and other business on the perimeter of the mall would still remain open. By September of 2023, most of the mall had been demolished, but the AMC theaters, Applebee's, AT&T, Bath & Body Works, Destination Tan, FedEx Store, GameStop, Outback Steakhouse, Papuli's Restaurant, Sushi Garden, Uniform Destination, VN Nails, and Whiskey Roads remained. The Barnes & Noble building will become a public market, while the bookseller will move to a smaller space. Congratulations! You made it this far into the video.
When I find you.
Pop quiz, hotshot.
So let's see how close you were paying attention to my video. So how many anchor stores closed or changed their names at this mall? So if your answer is 5, give yourself a hand. You were paying attention. Thanks for watching. So what do you remember about this mall? Leave a comment or some more details that I may have missed, or maybe even a suggestion for a future mall video you would like to see. Don't forget to hit that like button and please subscribe to Eric C. Productions. Thanks for watching.